Hi everyone, this is Ophelia once again, and I hope everyone is having a great day so far. Today's topic I am going to deal with a little discussion on workplace bullying. Bullying in itself is a wide topic, but generally the outcomes of bullying are the same. And I chose this topic today because in my daily life, whether it's looking on social media or meeting people in person, it's like there's always this constant complaint of workplace bullying. I have experienced it myself, and I know the emotional issues, the emotional pain that workplace bullying brings. So today I want to talk a little bit about that. And when we talk about bullying, I'm not going to get into the nitty-gritty of definition. I'm just going to say that with me, right? It's a consistent behavior on the part of the bully. And so somebody decides to bully another person. One coworker decides to bully another coworker. The supervisor decides to bully a coworker. It's a consistent behavior, and it may include subtle things like forming a clique. You make the person who you're bullying feel like an outsider, so you form a clique with others just to make this one person feel like an outsider. You might make false accusations against the person, telling lies on that person. So overall, and then talking down to that person, shouting at them, answering them in a way that makes them feel belittled, that makes them feel unworthy or ashamed or insulted. And it's a consistent behavior. It doesn't just happen on one occasion, it happens on a regular basis. And the bully is aware of what they're doing. And oftentimes the person who is doing the bully expects the person who is being bullied to keep quiet. And that person who is bullying the other person, sometimes even without their knowledge, they will try to include other people in the clique, so that some of the other people might not be aware that something is going on, but the bully knows what exactly is going on. They're cliquing together with everyone else, and they're making you feel like if you're an outsider. Sometimes everyone else is clicking together to make that person feel like an outsider, because that has happened. I've experienced it, where there's a group of people clicking together trying to make me feel like an outsider, and this was done on a regular basis. And it's sometimes it's so subtle that even supervisors cannot really detect it. So if the person who is noticing all of this do not draw attention to the supervisor, sometimes the supervisor does not know. On other occasions, the supervisor, the person who does the bullying, or somebody within that clique, to try and make the person suffer even more, might go and complain. The same victim, the victim of the bullying, go and make complaint against the victim of the bullying to further the situation, to get them out of the way. Because sometimes people just want you out of the way, and they will go to to all of these lengths to get you out of the way. So there you are as the person being bullied, and whoever started the bullying is getting other people involved in it. And then instead of saying, no, this is wrong, they are making it look like if you are the issue because you choose to respond to the situation. But how many of us can sit back on a consistent basis and allow others to trod over us, to insult us, to talk down to us, to make us feel like if we are outsiders, without retaliating, without standing up for ourselves? And then the minute you stand up for yourself and respond and say, well, I'm not going to take this, and you tell them that this is not how it's going to be, that you're not accepting this, and you respond, they're taking your name and they're going to the supervisor to say you caused the problem. But who caused the problem? So, and this is where it gets even worse. Now, let's stick a pin there. Before it reaches to all of this, where the person who is being bullied gets to respond, that person often takes it, try to calm down and try to take everything and don't say anything. They wonder if they are the reason. They will question themselves and all of that, and then they'll realize, okay, well, this is happening even without me doing something. It's like they're finding a way to make me look as if I'm guilty of something. And then you, as a person being bullied, you're going home, you're taking all of this at home. You're going home to your husband, your wife, your children, or even to an empty house if you're living alone. And you're crying. The emotional distress of bullying is not easy. You're going home, you're crying, you're praying to God that He finds a way out for you out of this situation. Your children sometimes, even though you don't want to bring them into it, will see you cry, because as soon as you leave work and go home, so whatever incidents may have happened, you're going home and it's like you're breaking down. I've been there. I know it. I've been there. And I can tell you, it's not easy. So there you are, you're being bullied, you're trying to take it calm, and then after you realize it's getting worse and you're not venting, you're boiling, you're putting up all of these emotions, and then eventually you're going home, you're crying, you're relating to others at home. The effect of this is that you don't want to go to work. You're home, you're trying everything in the book not to go to work, but oftentimes the persons who are being bullied are very dedicated persons. So while there might be a temptation not to call in sick, you still go because you mean well. You have that heart, that compassionate heart, and you are into your job, you love your job, and you just want to do your job. You know that you anticipate that it's going to be another hell day at work, but you're going because you know that if you stay at home, that they're going to say that you willfully stayed at home. So you're going. And so you go to work each day and you're not there. You're trying to perform your best, but you're not really giving 100% because you're having all of these thoughts. You're feeling unwelcomed in your working environment. And sometimes the reason why a victim of bullying in the workplace is hesitant or afraid to make complaints is because they are fearful of what the supervisor, the person in charge, will say. Because they've seen the way how the supervisor behaves or acts, so they are afraid. And then they don't want to be termed as being the person who is carrying gossip, because that's another thing that they lie on the victim of a bully. They accuse you of carrying gossip to the supervisor. So at the end of the day, you feel like if there's nowhere for you to turn, and you're trying to find a way out, but there is just no way out, because it's not easy to just pick up a job. or find somewhere else to work. It's not that easy in today's economy. Anyway, this is a long topic, but I just wanted to bring those things to the forefront. Now, I am going to talk about the conflict resolution. So, oftentimes the person who is being bullied, do not seek help. But those who are bullying the person will be the ones making complaint about the person. And two things can happen. You could have an instance where you find the supervisor coming to you. They're coming to you with all of these complaints from everybody else. And okay, they're saying, okay, well, if everybody is saying that, it is true. But instead of dealing with the issue and calling all parties involved, sitting down and opening dialogue and having everyone express what the issues are and how they feel about the issues, they come with a bias that you are the problem. And when they come with that bias and saying you are the problem, you just basically you shut down. Because any attempt to defend yourself is interpreted as the reason why they had to have a problem with you in the first place. And this is the most unhealthy way that any supervisor can deal with conflict. If there is conflict in the workplace, as a supervisor, your duty is not to take sides. Your duty is to look at all parties involved, have them come in. Don't just have one person come in and accuse them of, yes, you're the problem, and if they talk, you should shut up, you should shut your mouth, you shouldn't say anything. Don't do that. Have all parties come in, put them, sit down, and set the tone for the meeting by letting everybody know that you're here to listen and you're here so that everybody can, and the purpose is to resolve the issue so that each person feel as if they are welcome in the working environment. That is the purpose of the person who is going to intervene in a conflict. Going into the room with those who have the complaints and those who are complaining and those who the person who is being complained about. And if the victim is the one who comes to you with the complaint, don't just shut down the victim. Because oftentimes bullying is so subtle that at the end of the day, the person who is being bullied still ends up being the person who is wrong. That's how it is done in the workplace. In a lot of workplaces, that is what happens. The supervisor takes the side of one person against the other instead of coming as a counselor, not taking any sides, just listening to both parties and helping them to see where they can resolve the conflict. And this is the worst environment to live in, when you have supervisors who actually encourage bullying by not dealing with the issues, by taking sides, and by being controlling and working with an autocratic attitude instead of a democratic attitude towards towards others. Because sometimes the supervisors are not necessarily the employers. They are part of the system, but they are supervising those who are having the conflict. So and then who do you go to if your supervisor is taking sides? Who do you go to? Who do you go to? And all of this is what a lot of people experience it in the workplace. There are a lot of victims of bullying in the workplace. I wrote one book the other day about women versus women, reducing the culture of of hostility in the workplace, and some of the comments accidentally got deleted, but people continue to verbalize how much that blog, expressed the way how they felt in the workplace. So I'm not going to make this any longer. This is a topic that will be ongoing, but I want to refer you to my Facebook, to my website, where I have a blog, and it's resolving workplace conflict. It goes beyond simply leaving one's problems at home. And this, it discusses the role of each person who is experiencing stress or conflict in the workplace. At this point, I want to thank you for viewing, for liking, for sharing. I encourage you to share this video with others. I encourage you to visit my website, cupidandi.com, the vibrant and dynamic woman. I also invite you to follow my page, cupidandi.com's motivational blogs and poems. As we go through this journey, we are here to support each other, and remember, positive energy always. Bye.